Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Buat anda penonton-penonton yang setia bersama dengan Media Cafe, petang ini kami akan membawakan anda bersama dengan Billy Osman Mehmet ataupun lebih kita suka panggil sebagai Billy Mehmet. Pemain penyerang pada musim 2014, iaitu saya boleh katakan sebagai musim kebangkitan pasukan hijau kuning yang merintis kepada episod juara 2015, 2016 dan 2017. Jadi saya memperkenalkan Billy Mehmet sekarang bersama dengan kita on air dari Cyprus. Pemain berusia 35 tahun, masih aktif bermain dengan kelab profesional di Cyprus. Jika anda masih ingat musim 2014, walaupun setahun beliau telah menjaringkan 24 gol 24 gol dan memenangi Golden Boot untuk Liga Premier. 14 gol untuk Liga Premier, 2 gol untuk Piala FA dan 7 gol untuk Piala Malaysia. Jadi Billy, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's good to talk to you. Obviously, I missed my time there, so it's good to reconnect with the fans again.
All right, Billy. Maybe you can tell us a little bit. What do you do right now? Maybe some of the fans lost track of you.
Yeah. So after I left Kedah, I went to Sarawak. Obviously, you know that. And then after Sarawak, I went to Singapore for a couple of seasons to play there. And then after that, I'm in Cyprus now. I came to Cyprus. I've been here for 3 years now. I'm still going strong. I can still play. I'm 36 now, but I reckon I can still play for another 2 years. So, yeah, I'm in Cyprus. I'm playing out here, and I'm still doing some coaching as well with my brother's football academy in London as well. So, playing football and doing some coaching. That's the things I'm doing at the moment.
All right, good, Billy. That's good to hear that you're still active. And all the comments that we get from the fans since last night when we post the promo, that they still remember about your striking, your little heading and the goals, all the goals with Kedah, even 1 year stint with Kedah. Do you still remember the 24 goals that you have scored during that season?
I can't remember all of them. But I remember a lot of them. Yeah. But it was a great team we played in. I played in. When I was there, we had some really good players that provided some good assists for me, and it was nice to score a lot of goals. And I remember the fans. The fans were always really good with me. They always welcomed me, always supported me, and I love the fans there. Obviously, when I left, I was sad to leave them because, I really believed I would be staying for a few more years. But yeah, it was brilliant. All the goals. Obviously, I can't remember all of them. But I think the goal I remember the most was, I would say, my first one. The first goal I scored. Yeah. I know it sounds. It was a penalty in the first game.
Yeah.
But I think when you score a goal on your debut, that gets you in the mood to continue. And after that, I went on a good run and I scored a lot of goals. So I was happy that I could do that for Kedah and for the fans.
Yeah, that's good, because if you can see from the screen, there's a lot of fans comment on you saying, "Hi Billy," they still remember your goals. There's a lot of good things that coming back in their mind during this 2014. Do you regret to left Kedah at that time?
I was sad to leave Kedah. Actually, I agreed to stay. I agreed to stay for another year, but then for some reason something happened, and things changed, and I didn't get my contract renewed. And then obviously Sarawak came in and they offered me a contract, so I chose to go there. But I was very disappointed to leave Kedah because I think everyone knows that I really enjoyed my time there. I mean, I had a good time, not just with the players, even with the staff like yourself, with Suadi, with people like this. We had good relationships, and I wanted it to continue for another year. But obviously, things didn't work out that way. So I was sad. I was disappointed because I really believed that I could have went and scored even more goals the next season.
Okay, Billy. If I still remember during that time, you, Adam Griffiths, Adriano, which is unlucky we cannot register him,
Yeah,
and then Reggie Franco, which is we miss him during the mid season, broken shoulder if I'm
yeah,
not mistaken
yeah,
during that time, and Nam Kung Wong Cummins, and then I think also only Nam Kung Wong coming to replace
yeah.
either
Nampum
one of
come
you.
to yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
we had a very good foreigners that year.
yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, yeah.
Pellegrino was very unlucky with what
Yeah, yeah.
happened with his situation,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we had some very good foreign players.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, maybe we can recap back your involvement in football. I think which is good to talk about football academy. Of course, your reputation is coming to Malaysia not because of you playing with the Perth Glory, but then we talking about you are coming from West Ham Football Academy, which is you are one of
Yeah,
the top list, and then you go to Scottish Premier League, and then after that you are travel to OC and Thailand. So can we talk about a little bit
yeah.
how you start playing?
Yes. Yeah. So first, when I was young, obviously I started at West Ham, and I signed there when I was 8 years old, and I was there for 11, 12 years. It was a very long time, and I played with some very good players. Like I trained with some very good players, like Frank Lampard, Joe Cole, Michael Carrick, Rio Ferdinand, Jermaine Defoe, like some really big players that
Oh,
went
big
on to have
players,
really
yeah.
good careers.
Right.
But I got a back injury. I broke my back when I was like 18, and then after I broke my back, the manager Harry Redknapp had left. So the new manager came in, and he wanted all different players and all different like people like from foreign places. So it was hard for English players to try and get into the West Ham first team squad. So after that, I decided that I have to leave and try to go somewhere else. So a few teams come in for me in Scotland, and I decided to try Scotland, which I really enjoyed. I was at Dunfermline for a year or so, and then after that, I moved to St Mirren, where I had like really good experience in Scotland, playing against obviously Celtic and Rangers and big teams like that. So it was really good and put me in good stead for the future. And then after that, Turkey, a team in Turkey called Jejak Billy, they came in for me. And I always wanted to play in Turkey because my dad is Turkish, so it was
Yeah.
something that it would be good for the family. So I moved over there, and over there I was actually playing in the same team as Shane Smelts.
Yeah,
Obviously, you know Shane Smelts.
World Cup players, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So we both played together in
Perth?
Turkey,
Oh, Turkey, yeah.
and
Okay.
yeah, in Turkey. And then after Turkey, I went to Australia. And again, I was like, me and Shane Smelts are really good friends. So he helped me go to Perth Glory, and we was like strike partners together at Perth Glory. And we had good success. We got to the grand final. We was really unlucky not to win it. We was winning 1-0, and we let 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, and we lost 2-1. So, but yeah, then after that, I stayed in Asia for like 5-6 years, I think it was. I was obviously with Kedah, Sarawak. Then I went to Singapore with Tampines and Brunei. So yeah, my football started obviously at West Ham, and it's took me everywhere around the world. But I mean, if it wasn't for my time at West Ham and the experiences I had, I would never have obviously went and done what I did.
All right. Okay. So then, if you look back that from your route and journey to Asian countries, maybe you can a little bit giving us a little bit of info comparison, between this, from starting from England, what we call as the earliest football playing there with the professional big leagues, and then coming to Asians. What is the difference that you can see from that?
You know, at first it was difficult just to try and adapt, because obviously it's different culture, it's different style of football. Obviously the pressures are a lot bigger when you're a foreign player. You need to perform, because obviously if you don't
Instantly,
perform,
yeah,
your contract
perform instantly.
yeah. So you don't really have time to you can't really have 2 or 3 bad matches, because if you have 2 or 3 bad matches, then you're bye-bye, you're gone. So it was difficult, but in Kedah particularly, like I felt that we had such a good bond, like the squad, and we always like the jokes we always have with everyone. Like it was like we were so together. It was like like a family. Like I always say this, and it made it easier. So I don't know, like when we had a bad game, we would all stick together and like we would make sure that we didn't have a second bad game. You know, like we would always make sure that we pull it right. But yeah, it was difficult, and obviously sometimes like when I played in England and stuff, and things are not going right, you have your family, you can talk with your family, and you can see your family, your friends. And obviously, when you're playing abroad, like in Asia or something, your family is not there, so it's not easy to just like when you go home, you're sitting on your own sometimes, and like you think too much about what's happened. But like I said, after a little while at Kedah, maybe after I would say the first month, it just became so easy because I mean I was living with the foreign players. We was living in Sayang, I think it's called.
Yeah.
We was living there, so we was always together, and I don't know, we just had a good bond. And even like the local players,
I
like
forget Bang. You also played with Bang in 2014. That crazy guy.
Who?
Bang Sung Hwan.
Yes, I played with him. He's crazy guy in midfield. He loves the red card.
Yeah. That's right.
But yeah, we had even like Badrol. Even now, sometimes I still speak with Badrol and Keon and stuff. So and they looked after us, like them two players. They looked after us, and even the young players that coming through at the time, like Shafiq. He was a brilliant player. I always knew he was going to go and have a good career.
Yeah, Shafiq is JDT right now. A big club.
Yeah, so he's doing brilliant. But that's the only real difference is like obviously the culture is different and you have to get used to it. But it wasn't as hard as what I thought. Like it was a lot easier than what I thought because obviously we had Gilly there as well, and who I already knew. I had Adam Griffiths, who I already knew. Pellers, who I knew. Like Dave Mitchell, the manager. I already knew all these people, so it made it a little bit easier for me.
All right. Okay. And after with several substitutions in the mid-season, and also it's involved the coach during that seasons. Even though we are actually having transitions, what do you think about the ongoing of that season, which is we actually played a good season?
Yeah, obviously the manager got changed and Tan Cheng Ho came in.
Yeah.
But I think when he came in, he was brilliant as well. He didn't really change too much. He just kept things the same and just kept it like quite simple. He didn't try to come in and change everything. Like he knew that we had a decent team and he just kept it simple. And I really liked Tan Cheng Ho. I got on really well with him, and he was a good coach. And obviously he used to ask me some questions about the team and for some advice and stuff, which was also nice because it's nice when you're a player and a coach is asking you stuff. So, but yeah, we had a good season. We was unlucky not to go up. We really was unlucky. I felt that there's some games we probably should have won that we didn't.
Yeah.
And against the lower teams, and that really killed us because always against the bigger teams we played really well. But sometimes when we played the lower teams, I don't know, we just maybe had an off day and we dropped points. But when we got to the Malaysia Cup, it was just like we was a different team. Like we was brilliant. Like at first, everyone thought we was going out because I think the first two games we didn't win or something. I can't remember exactly. But then after that, we was like every game we was winning. I felt so confident that we was going to go and win the obviously the Malaysia Cup. And after the first match in the semi-final, like I told you before, against Pahang, when we won 3-1, I already thought we was going to be in the final. I really believed we was going to be in the final.
Everyone, yeah.
And then obviously the second leg, you see what happened. They smashed us. So yeah, it was sad because it would have been
Nam Kung Wong injuries. Everything.
Yeah, and Nam Kung Wong.
Because during that time we actually attacking, we are in control, and then immediately after Nam Kung strike out.
We was really in control. Obviously, Nam Kung Wong was such a big player for us. I mean, he scored a lot of important goals as well. And when he got injured, it just changed the dimension of the team, and it didn't help us. And then they just scored, I think, 2 or 3 goals. I think we was losing 3-0 at half time, and everyone was already down. We was like, oh, like, how are we going to come back? But yeah, it was horrible, because it would have been such a good feeling to get to the final, especially because after that I left the club, you know. So it would have been a nice memory to have to get to the final.
Yeah. But if you like it or not, the 2014 is actually a build up to a lot of success. 2015 we are champion of the Premier League and also final Malaysia Cup. 2016 we
Yeah.
also in final FA Cup, and there's a lot of things happen after that. And this 2014 team is actually the base of all the success that we have been. So when you look back at your teammates, we are now looking at the teammates. Who do you think is is your partner during the whole seasons?
Well, the one who when I first got there, the one who I got on the most with was Khairul Muhammad, forward. Me and him got on really well together because we played together. We was like brothers. But obviously in the team you had all the young players. I used to like Shazwan and Hanif.
Yeah, everyone is the youngsters there.
Farhan.
Yeah.
And even like the goalkeeper, Hadi. Is it Hadi, the goalkeeper? Then you had Keon. You had Badro. Like we had such a good team and such togetherness. But yeah, bang, he was crazy, the midfielder. He
He can be also the striker.
and also it was another crazy one was what's his name?
Shafizan.
Plum.
Yeah, Plum.
Oh my god. What's his name? Carpet.
Yeah,
Them 3.
Carpet. Yeah, Carpet. The Joker.
Them three were the 3 crazy ones, I think.
Yeah. I think that the 2014 team is we can see as a family. Everyone, has a good relationship with the youngsters, with all of you guiding the young boys. We're going to Bandung for not pre-season, but pre-cup. Yeah,
Pre-season.
Yeah. No, it's not a pre-season. It's a pre-Malaysia Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Before the Malaysia Cup, we went there. That was brilliant. That was brilliant when we went there.
Everyone plays one team. Then, of course, when it's a build-up team, we are actually that's not the peak. The peak is 2015 and 2016. So, among the locals, who do you see as a promising during that time going to be successful as is?
At that time, I always used to say that there was 4 players that could definitely go and do something, and they were Farhan, little Messi.
Yeah,
I thought he was a brilliant little player. He came in and
who called him Messi.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He could do some stuff that I hadn't really seen young players do before. Also Shazwan, the defender, he was brilliant. And I think he played right wing sometimes as well. He was a brilliant youngster. Yep. He had some really good performances that year, and I believe he could go on and do things. Hanif, the midfielder. I like the way he is. I don't know where he's playing now, but he was a really, really good player. I really liked the way he just kept things simple. He just got the ball and passed. He didn't try and do anything special, but what he did do was so effective. Like he helped the team move forward. And obviously Shafiq, he was brilliant, and obviously he's doing really well now. I've seen that he's went on and played for Malaysia, and he plays for JDT, and he scored in that big matches in the Champions League. So yeah, them 4 players, I always thought that they would go and do something, and I'm happy they are. And I hope they continue and can go and have even better careers.
Yep. Okay. Now maybe I can move to the Q&A sessions with the fans. So I will look. But most of them, still remember a good thing. The first touch is always great with Billy. You know how he playing, the little, little heading and everything. But then they actually want to know what you do right now, which clubs, and then where are you staying right now in Cyprus?
Now I'm playing for a team called Merit Alsancak Yeşilova, which is in Cyprus. Okay. And obviously I'm staying here. We play in the Cypriot Super League. But it's not the south side; it's the north side of Cyprus. We play, and I've been here for 3 years, and they want to extend my contract and stay for longer. So we will see what happens. But I'm over here now, and obviously I'm helping my brother. We have our football academy in England, which is getting stronger and stronger. And we've had some young players that have gone on to play in the Premier League already in England, which is brilliant. So yeah, I'm still playing. I hope to continue playing like for another 2-3 years, and then I will go into coaching.
All right. Okay. And then the other thing is they want to know actually your full name. But for us, maybe we know. But for some fans, they call you Billy Mehmet. They thought that you are son of Mehmet Durakovic.
No,
So your full name is
no,
Billy Osman Mehmet. That maybe you can say that where
my full
you
name,
come
yeah.
from. Yeah.
Yeah, my full name is Billy Osman Mehmet, but like that's why they call me Bomb. Billy
Yeah.
Osman Mehmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell a little bit why Osman, are you Muslim or what? Because some of them still asking the
No,
same things. Yeah.
no. What happened is, I think my dad had a best friend, and his name, like my name is Billy Mehmet, but in England we have like a middle name.
Ah.
So my dad had a best friend who passed away, and his name was Osman.
So Osman is
my
your
dad
middle name,
named,
not your from your
yeah. So
descendants. Yeah.
no, yeah. So my middle name's Osman. Yeah, Billy Osman Mehmet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is just they give a shot of what ice cream that you like.
What I like.
Yeah, what ice cream that you like.
What ice cream do I like?
This is with fans, you know,
What question?
they throw out the crazy things.
Oh my god, I don't know, vanilla. I like plain. I just like vanilla. I don't really like
Plain
flavors.
vanilla.
I just
Yeah.
like plain.
So for Muzakir Adam, if you want to buy Billy ice cream, it's just a plain vanilla.
Yeah, just plain, just vanilla. Thank you.
Okay, maybe I already gone through this, but Fenin Doyan asking you what is the memorable goals for you, Billy, not only in Malaysia but in your whole career as a footballer.
I would say when I was at St Mirren, we had a match
Okay.
against Falkirk, and if we lost the match, we would have got relegated.
How old
Like
are
we
you
would have went
during that time?
down division. I was 26 at the time.
Right.
And I scored that goal, which was very important to help us. But also scoring against Celtic in the Scottish Cup when we won 1-0 against them. I scored against Celtic, so that's probably my highlight of my career, scoring that goal against Celtic. I'll never forget that.
All right.
But also in Malaysia, like there's loads of goals I enjoyed scoring, especially in the Malaysia Cup. There's loads of goals, but I can't really pick one from Malaysia because there was quite a lot of important goals.
Okay. So then next. Okay, who's your favorite partner? I think you already replied this with Karim Mohammed, but maybe I can ask you again. Who is your best favorite partner during the 1 year, other than Karim?
Yeah, obviously Mohammed, he was brilliant. Khairul Mohammed was brilliant. Like it was just a shame he got so many injuries, because if he didn't get so many injuries, I think he would have helped us maybe get promotion to the Super League, because he can score a lot of goals. He could provide a lot of assists, and he was just a good player. He was dangerous and he could create things. But also I like Nam Kum Wong. Like Nam Kum Wong was brilliant to play with me.
Yeah.
Like when he played number 10, like we had a good partnership. Like I gave him chances, he gave me chances. But yeah, I would probably say them two were obviously my favourite partners. But and obviously from midfield, the captain Badrol, he provided so many assists and chances. He gave me loads of chances. He probably give me so many assists that season. So yeah, them three were the three important players that played next to me. That if I didn't have them players, I would never scored this many goals.
Okay, Billy. The next question is, can you speak Malay language, especially Kedah slang?
When I was there, I do remember some words and some stuff like that. But obviously, I've not been there for a long time now, so I forgot everything. But I always remember Satu Dua Tiga, 1, 2, 3. I always remember this. I don't know why, but this is the only things I remember. But when I was there, I used to try and learn the language, and I used to speak like a little bit. But now it's gone. I can't remember all of it, to be honest with you.
Billy telah meninggalkan Malaysia lebih kurang 4-5 tahun, jadi sedikit sebanyak telah lupa. Jadi okay Billy, I will play a video of the half volley that I'm talking about, then you can see at the screen, then you can
Yeah, I
compare.
will watch it.
Hanya 5 minit ataupun 4 minit saja lagi untuk ditamatkan.
There's a Kedah against Kelantan at
Satu
86
lorongan.
minute,
4
87,
lawan 4 sekarang ini.
something like that.
And Messi plus. Yeah, I never forget this.
Hantaran kepada Billy Mehmet. Billy Mehmet.
You know, the commentator says very, very perfect
Half
technique.
volley yang dilakukannya
Very,
terus
very.
kepada ke gol.
You know, yeah, he say chupu or something. I remember.
It's like a
I remember.
Sempurnakan oleh Billy Mehmet.
I remember that very well. That effort. You know, and when I look at it after, I sometimes think I shouldn't have maybe shot. I should have maybe controlled it first and then shot. But because I wanted to try and score a special goal, I just wanted to try and do it first time. And if it would have went in, it would have been a goal I would remember forever. But it was unlucky. The goalkeeper made a good save. But yeah, I'll never forget that. That was and that match was a very important match as well, because the first match we actually lost against Kelantan. So
You watch it on screen?
it was important. Yeah, I see it. I just see it. Yeah.
I still remember the word cukup sempurna. It's a very, very perfect.
Yes. Yeah, I still remember that. That was brilliant. I remember that. But it was a shame it didn't go in. If it would have went in, it would have been brilliant.
Yep. Okay. All right. Maybe we can go to the backroom stuff. Maybe there's a guy that always helped you. Maybe you want to say something to them. You know, it's not about only the coaching here and there. Maybe the backroom stuff have helped you a lot during your 1 year there.
Yeah, obviously yourself. You helped me a lot when I was there with little problems I had. You helped me, and obviously Suadi. Whenever I had a problem with my home or with anything, actually, he would always be there and helping. I would give him a call. He would come and help me and do what he could to help me. The backroom stuff. That's what I'm saying. That's why when I said to you before, like, it weren't just the football players. It was the people like behind the scenes as well, like yourself, like Suadi, like Ilyas, the physio, like this kind of people that we had such a good like family. And even when we travelled, you remember when we used to travel to away matches? We was always joking. It was not like, of course we were serious when we played the matches, but we was always happy and joking, and we had a good like spirit. Like everyone was always happy when we was together. So I think that's what made us a good team.
All right. Okay. And next things. Okay, you have winning several awards during in Malaysia, right? I think one of it during Kedah stint, Golden Boot, right? Premier League.
Yeah.
What happened
Yeah.
next?
I got that.
Yeah. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, obviously, when I came over, like I said to you, there's always pressure on the foreign players, especially if you're a forward. And I actually remember one of my first games. I never forget it. I think we played a friendly match against someone, and I didn't really have a great match, but it was only my first match. And I remember one or two of the fans were saying, "Go home, Billy, go home," like this.
That's the pressure.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, like it's only a friendly match and they're already putting this pressure. But I knew that myself I could score goals, so I wasn't really affected by it. And yeah, like I said to you, it was nice to get the goals in the first game of the season. Like after 2 matches, I already had 4 goals, so like that just put me in good stead. And like I said, I believed in with the players that I had with me. I knew I would score goals, so. Yeah, it was nice to get the Golden Boot. I was so happy to get it because obviously that's what everyone looks at from a striker. You know how many goals you score. So it was nice to get that. It was just a shame after I got the Golden Boot that I didn't stay, because I really honestly wanted to stay and try and score even more goals the next season and help the team get to the Premier League. But it wasn't to be, and I went to Sarawak. I still scored some goals in Sarawak, but not as many as I did in Kedah.
All right. Then after several years in Malaysia, then you went to a good side in Singapore and playing an FC Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Then, do you think that playing in Malaysia and Thailand helping you a lot playing at the Asia level?
Yes, 100%. But when I went to Singapore, we had a good team in Tampines Rovers, and a lot of the players were from the Young Lions team that played in the Malaysia Super League. So I knew most of them, and yeah, it was nice to play in the Asian Champions League, Asian Cup, sorry, and like even we played against Selangor at the time. And we beat them. So yeah, it was a brilliant experience, and obviously playing in Malaysia helped me play in this competition, because we had to travel to Philippines and to India and to places like this. So it helped me. Like if I didn't play in Malaysia and I didn't get that experience, maybe I would have found it a little bit difficult. But because I had played in Malaysia, had the experience, it made it quite easy for me to play in the Asian Cups.
All right. Then there's a questions here, maybe last one or two questions. You are playing, I think, with like a big football academy or world-class football academy, and and also a good world-class player. So in your life, who is your favorite player or your idol in football?
My idol is Teddy Sheringham. That's the player who I love the most, who played for Man United.
When Teddy in West Ham, I think you don't have time with Teddy, right? During that West Ham stint?
No, I wasn't with him at West Ham. No, but he is my idol, Teddy Sheringham. He's the player that I look up to. Like he's the striker that I like. Mm-hmm. But the players that I've trained with and played with, that I would say are the players that are the best players, are people like Frank Lampard, and Joe Cole. Like these players are unbelievable. Like even in training, they was unbelievable, and you always knew that they was going to go and have great careers. Rio Ferdinand, even like these the big players. I mean, they went and played for Man United and Chelsea. These players, so they're probably the best players I've ever played with and trained with. And obviously, if I had to choose like a player that I've actually played with, like in my time, I would say, like, for example, Shane Smeltz for me is a brilliant player that I played with. Yep. He was a great strike partner. Because I would win headers, and then he would run behind and he would finish it off. Like it was a great partnership me and him had. Right. So players like that, like there's been a lot of very good players that I've played with. But if I had to choose like the best ones from training and stuff, I would probably say Frank Lampard, Joe Cole, Michael Carrick, like these kind of players.
All right. Okay, so the next question is, Malaysian cannot run away from the English Premier League. So which team you support, Billy, in the EPL?
In Malaysia, in the Premier League, my team's Manchester United.
Wow, Manchester United.
I think you remember that from when I was. I think you remember that, but I don't know what's going on with them right now. Like it's not the same. I hope that in the next few seasons we can fix things, but yeah, it's not too good for Manchester United at the moment. Liverpool and Man City are just miles ahead of them.
Okay.
Who was it, Taj? Who was it you supported?
Come again?
Who do you support in the Premier League?
Oh, Manchester, of course.
You're Manchester, so yeah, I remember.
The United one, right. Not the City one.
Yes, I remember.
I like Manchester United because of the 90s, not because of the the good
times.
Yeah, the 90s is very good ball because they are playing easy, fast ball here and there. Okay, I think this relate to the question for the next questions. They're saying that you are the good dribbler, but I don't think you are a good dribbler. You are a more effective player who, doing short pass here and there and do, the finish easy and clean. What do you think?
Like my style is not really dribbling. But if I have to dribble, I will try and dribble. But my dribbling is not really like skillful dribbling. It's like just because I'm so big, I just push myself past people. But my style is more just trying to hold the ball up. Keep the ball and give to the midfield or the wing, and then I would run into the box and hopefully they can cross the ball and then they can find me. But yeah, if I need to dribble, I would dribble. But my style is more like a target man. I like to hold the ball and provide for others.
Right. It's like more to poacher, but I don't think you are poacher. Can play everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not a poacher. No, I'm not a poacher like this.
Right. What brand you wearing right now? Your boots. Is it Asics? They still remember your Asics green color?
No, I wear Nikes.
Yeah,
Always I
Nike all
use
the time,
Nike.
right?
Yeah, I never use Essex. Never use Essex. Always Nike.
Okay. They're saying you should support Liverpool. The enemy of
No,
Manchester United.
no way. I'm not one of them people that support the team that's winning. If my team is losing, I still support them.
Yeah.
And because if things will change after 1 or 2 years, maybe Man United will be champions again. So I will always support the team that I support.
All right.
That's the
Billy.
thing with Malaysian. That's the thing with some Malaysian fans.
Yeah.
You know, one year they support Man United, 1 year they support Man City, 1 year they support Liverpool. I don't understand this. They have all different football shirts in their home.
Not most of them. I think just some of them. Most of them will have their lifetime clubs, EPL clubs.
Yeah, they're one team.
Yeah, that one team. Okay, Billy. Lastly, I think enough with the Q&A with the fans, and fans always can come to your social media. Like Instagram. Do you have active Facebook?
I use Facebook. Yeah, my name's Billy Mehmet on
Billy
Facebook.
Mehmet,
Yeah, it's the same.
Do you have a fan page or your personal Facebook?
No, I don't. I did have a fan page before, but I deleted it because they started
sometime,
becoming
right?
a little bit.
Okay, so
Yeah. So, but if anyone, like, to be honest, if you follow me on Instagram, like I have my Instagram, like they can follow me on there, and it will help because I want to try and get as many followers. Like I had an Instagram before where I had a lot of followers, but I had to delete it because I had a few like problems with some people that were writing on there. So I got a new Instagram, and obviously I want to try and get as many followers as I can because it will help with my football academy as well in England. So I want to try and get as many as I can. So yeah, if they want to follow me, they can follow me, and they will see many photos. I always post photos of my time in Kedah.
Yep, untuk anda yang di luar sana, kalau nak terus berhubung ataupun terus mengikuti perkembangan bersama Billy, anda boleh terus ke Facebook personal Billy Mehmet, dan juga Instagram Billy Mehmet. Anda akan nampak foto Billy. Okay, Billy, for the last part, give you opportunity. Maybe you want to say something to your teammates in 2014?
Yeah, obviously, I hope you are all good. Obviously, I still speak with some of you. I hope the ones that I don't speak to are still playing and still having success. And yeah, it will be nice one day, maybe in the future, I can come back to Kedah and I could see some of you and we can go out for dinner and who knows what will happen. But I always said in the future I would come back to Malaysia one day. Maybe I will help with the coaching or something. But it would be nice to come back and see you all. And yeah, I wish you all the best of luck.
All right, to the fans, maybe you have fond memories with them during that 2014?
Yeah, and also to the fans, thank you for the 2014 season. You was brilliant. You supported me through good times and bad times, and I'm just disappointed that I couldn't stay there longer and obviously score more goals and make more memories. But that's football, Sometimes you come, sometimes you go. So, but yeah, thank all of them because they really supported us as a team and me personally, and I'm just happy I could score a lot of goals for them and obviously give them some happiness.
All right. Do you still remember the Kedah team chant? Kedah Pulun.
Team chant. Yeah, I remember Pulun Kedah Pulun. I remember this. I remember
that's the word. Yeah, Kedah Pulun. Yeah, maybe the last
Pulun
thing that
Kedah Pulun.
Yeah, Kedah Pulun. 3 times to everyone who watching you right now.
Okay, Pulun Kedah Pulun. Pulun Kedah Pulun. Pulun Kedah Pulun.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Billy, for your time in Cyprus. We
No
really
problem. Thank you very much.
appreciate it. Keep in touch, and I will send to you all the goals and all the photos. Maybe you missed it. Then what else? Actually, this is our program during the COVID-19. We yet to start our first training, which is today afternoon. So already told me that in Cyprus already 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah, we've already been back for like 2 or 3 weeks, and we've played one match, so
When
we're
the
okay
league will
now.
start?
So no, we've already started the league. We started the league on last Saturday, so we're back. Yeah, we're back. We've got 7 matches to finish the season. So
All right. Good luck, Billy, for your football career.
thank you very much, Taj. I appreciate.
Maybe
Thank you.
one day you come back and meet us in Kedah. And
No,
thank
for
you.
sure. One day I will. One day I will definitely come back.
Alright, thank you. Okay, saudara, untuk
Thank you very
penonton di
much,
luar
bro.
sana, inilah sesi kita bersama Billy. Sedikit sebanyak beliau berkongsi, walaupun tidak lama bersama Kedah, lebih kurang setahun ya. Jadi setahun tersebut adalah setahun pembinaan semula pasukan Kedah yang telah merintis kejayaan pada 2015, 2016 dan 2017. So, kita jumpa lagi dalam sesi yang seterusnya. InsyaAllah kita akan dapatkan lagi pemain-pemain yang telah berkhidmat sebelum ini bersama Kedah. Okay, Billy, thank you. See you again. Bye-bye from Malaysia.
Thank you very
to
much.
Cyprus.
Take care.
Alright.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
bro.
bye. Take care.
Bye bye.